All right, good evening. We're going to start the January 16th meeting. We'll have the invocation by Commissioner Hart, and then we have the Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Furster, and then roll call. Please stand.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the abundant grace and mercy that you showed towards us as you allowed us to come together to conduct the city's business. We pray that you will fill us with the spirit of unity and help us to work together as brothers and sisters. And even though we may disagree, let us not be disagreeable. We thank you for the bravery and the boldness shown by our first responders, our police and our fire departments. Watch over them as they watch over us. We're so careful to give you the praise, the honor, and the glory you do. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Here.
Commissioner Wilson?
Here.
Mayor Johnson?
Here.
Commissioner Furstner?
Here.
Commissioner Hart?
Here.
All right, we have presentations and proclamations. I've got a Mike Rumor. Come up and tell us what we're going to have.
Yes, Mayor. I presently have a representative from the Ocoee Village Consortium to provide an update on the project. Right now I have Steve Saha. He is an engineer that was hired to pick this project back up and move it forward. And then we expect at any time a couple other members of the consortium from Park Square and maybe NRP to show up. But right now we have Steve Saha ready to speak.
I want to ask you one question on that before we get started there. The date on that, when it started?
Oh, yeah, that's
over 2 years ago, right?
Over 2 years ago, yes. So the Ocoee Village Center development was a PUD, plan unit development that included three aspects. It included retail, which was being developed by a group called Conover South. They're presently doing the 7-Eleven and a 15,000 square foot retail. They also have land on the north side of Claricona-Ocoee Road and some additional land. We have to do a site plan, which will have a grocer and such. Then there is the multifamily aspect, which is on the north side of Claricona-Ocoee, adjacent to 429 and the golf course. And then on the south side, we had townhomes, City Park, and such. And so the original developer began the construction on that project with those three entities under contract to purchase elements of their land, their portion of the project as the development went along. And the developer was unable to provide a program that suited the timing of the three entities. So they formed a consortium and took over the development as the developer for that project. These are a home builder, a retail developer, and an apartment developer.
Okay.
And so that it started well over 2 years ago. They hired Mr. Saha as an engineer, outside firm, to get things going. And presently, we are North Lakewood, as shown in the video, looks like it's complete from the aerial. There are 6 areas of interference that we are negotiating that is ponding water and would not provide us a road to our suitability. And so Mr. Saha can give you an update on those 3. Those require milling and re-asphalting large sections of the road, so it's not prudent to open it then to close it back, but we'll be ready to provide you an update here.
All right.
And I'll fill in any gaps.
All right. Okay.
Good evening, Commissioners. Thank you very much for having me. My name is Steve Saha. I work for Poulos & Bennett. We're a local engineering firm. We do a lot of design projects in the area, but we also assist with construction projects. So as Mike mentioned, I started middle of 2022, July of 2022, to come help with the project, and it was about the time when the 3 developers, Conover South, Park Square, and also NRP, decided to take a more active role in the development. So at that point, we had the work was not taking place at the time. JMH was the contractor. They're not currently working, and we had gotten them started and got the project moving forward. And certainly, Mike explained, but there certainly were a lot of moving aspects on this project. There were the 4 commercial corners. One of them is a large large grocery retail. The other is a 7-Eleven and a retail center that's under construction now. On the north side, you had the apartments, and on the south side, the townhome community. And then also along with that was a realignment of North Lakewood Avenue, and then also building a roundabout at the Fuller's Cross intersection. So, a lot of that work had to move forward, and we needed to get power, also start installing the streetlights for North Lakewood. So, soon after we started, we were meeting on site every week on site on the project, and we had a lot of representatives from the city that were there to help talk through some of the issues. The contractor and also the developers were present as well. And then we also had our weekly meetings to discuss with the developers and the owners how things were moving forward. So now we're seem to be coming toward the end, and I think you guys want to get the road opened. I'm pretty sure you do. And as Mike mentioned, there were aspects of the paving that needed to be completed, and specifically. There were portions of the roadway that were ponding. It's in areas that sometimes you do run into issues, and even FDOT calls these special exception areas because it's intersections, it's some of the side streets, and near crosswalks and areas that sometimes you do run into issues with the grades, getting flat areas that need to be fixed. So. After the roadway was paved, the city had identified several areas that were ponding and holding water, and the contractor and more specifically also the paving subcontractor had looked at some of those areas and determined which ones they felt some were under warranty and they felt some were not. So that's something that had to be worked out with the developer. But recently, we did come to an agreement on what needed to be moved forward with the contractor and the developer, and what areas that the contractor would fix, take responsibility for, and what areas the developer was going to pay to have that work done. And that contract, the change order is currently being executed, and once that's done, the contractor will schedule the work. So, we expect that within the next day or two, it will be executed. And then once that's done, the contractor, JMH, can complete their punch list work and, more importantly, tell the sub or the paver that they're ready to move forward. And, typically a time frame for that, for getting them on board, is about a couple weeks. I know there's been a little bit of rain. They're are fairly busy now, but typically if scheduling is not a problem, it's usually a couple weeks, probably not much longer. So beginning of next month of February certainly is not unreasonable to have that work completed, and then once that's done, the road can be opened. Part of the reason, as Mike mentioned, that has to wait is because, if there are deficiencies, issues with the road, low spots where the water's ponding, you can't just fix that spot, even if it's, maybe the size of a trash can lid, you have to go typically either 25 or 50 feet in either direction. So that's something that's important to fix that before you open it to traffic. Make sure it's done right, and also make sure they have the opportunity to make that fix. And there were a few different areas. So once they fix that, then it's perfect time to open it up to traffic once those are taken care of.
All right, you through?
Yes.
I hate to take it out on you, but I'm going to make some comments, okay? Mm-hmm. For 2 years, I've heard that coming from every kind of problem there is to another kind of problem, like starting off with the contractor or the developer fading out. And 6 months ago, I was told, personally told, that paving was coming and they'd be opening that road up in 2 weeks if we give them signed off on permits. We did, they didn't. Then again, I've heard from our planner that they agreed with the contractor. The contractor's not going to fix the paving. The developer's going to fix the paving. Now, that was a month ago. How long ago was that, Mike? Over a month ago. Well, they're not doing it. So we're in the same predicament here again. And I hate that you have to be the one who's going to take.
That's fine.
But I get calls every day on Lakewood. I mean, every day. Mm-hmm. And I've been telling them for 2 years it was going to open. But they come right back, and here we are again. Now you're saying they haven't signed the contract yet. They haven't come to the bid yet. So it won't be 2 weeks. I don't want to bet you anything, but I can tell you it won't be. I am tired of having the answer and them guys not do what they're saying. If it's their deal to pave it. And don't build anything else out there, and we're not going to give any more permits, right? Till they get the paving done. And they're still building away out there. So you can tell us up here, but I can tell you my emails and my phone ring off all the time about that project. And it's a shame because the road should be open. But they're still got money because they're building stuff. Somebody is. So I'm telling you, I don't want the city to do anything till that pavement's done and that road's open. That's my gripe about it. Because it is amazing that this thing has gone on. I think it's over 2 years. I think it's closer to 3 years. So, and it's always somebody's got an excuse. It sounds like some of the times when the kids do things, they say, oh, well, I didn't do. That's the problem. And it's not helping us here in the city, and it doesn't look good on us when people see what we're doing out there with the projects, and it's not doing it. So, and it's not, I don't think, because our staff's not doing what they're supposed to do. I know they are. So I'm telling you, if you can pass it to them or whatever they got to do, that thing better be paved, and soon. So anybody else got any comments? Figured you did.
So that's my district, and I probably get as many calls and emails. That's the number one problem that my district has. That's holding up all other change. I also don't want to beat you up personally for it, but I do want to take advantage of the fact that you're here. You said you're an engineer. Just tell us, how many years of experience do you have with these types of projects?
I've been with this company for Poulos and Bennett for 5 years. And before I came to Poulos and Bennett, I worked 12 years for Osceola County and worked on a number of different projects, stormwater, a lot of paving. I helped build the pavement management program there and also bridge management. And probably the only thing I didn't really do at Osceola County was utilities because we didn't have utilities.
I'm sorry, how many years experience do you have in this type of engineer?
17 years.
Okay. And you were brought in, I heard you say, you were brought in July of 2022?
Correct.
The project was already way past the original due date at that point, correct?
Yes, and it was not currently, there was no construction currently taking place at that.
So you were brought in as a troubleshooter?
Correct.
Okay. Can you tell me, I think I got elected in March of last year, and I went through the same thing. I was told by the end of April that road would be open. And I've gone through every month, before every commission meeting, 2 a month, I write Rob and Mike and say, give me an update on Lakewood. And I get past a promise that isn't theirs, which is we met on Wednesday, familiar, and it's going to be open in 2 weeks. Can you tell me specifically, in your professional opinion, what, since you were brought in July of 2022, has caused this project not to be completed? That was after the new consortium came together. I understand the original issue. What's the root cause of this problem, and what can you tell us is going to change? Because I'm hearing the same thing the mayor is. Well, we don't even have a signed agreement yet. It typically takes a couple weeks. My guess is we're probably going to be sitting here 6 more months from now. So tell me specifically as an engineer, what root cause do you see, and what are you doing to fix it, if you don't mind?
Well, I mean, it's been going on for a while, so, you know, the road, you know, will be open soon, but and I don't want to give kind of the standard answer of, you know, there's basically all sorts of problems on this project, but there basically, you know, have been a lot of, you know, different pieces to it. There have been items with the development that was not done up front, such as street lighting, some of the electrical work. There was about 7 different work orders with Duke Energy. Some of them were for the streetlights. Some of them were for removing all the overhead power and then undergrounding it, which went from, you know, the west side of the project to the east. And there were other projects such as at Fifth Avenue, just removing a power pole, and near the lift station, just adding a power pole. So there are a lot of small projects like that. And then also a lot of utility conflicts that were found, and there were also numerous plan revisions and various items that the contractor needed assistance with on RFIs, which they generally issue when they need more information, as well as coordination with Orange County. The plans, you know, a lot of plans were submitted very early. You know, that's why, you know, it's true that a lot of this was starting about 3 years ago, and this project has been going on for quite a while. But the intersection plans were not fully complete. Some of those needed work, and there was a change to the radius at the intersection of Clark and Ocoee, as well as the signalization plans were not fully completed, so those had to go through the county. And just the number of issues, plus, you know, the fact that it was a lot of work that was going on.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sandbagging you a little bit. I'm a certified construction industry financial professional. I spent the last 12, 13 years as a CFO of a construction-related company. Is there typically, are those sound like typical issues that all projects encounter of this type?
Not typically, not to that
Road plans,
extent.
engineering, power poles, electrical, those aren't typically part of a project like this?
This probably had a little bit more because it was residential, it was commercial, it was, I mean, because it was a mixed use. It was like a town center type, so.
What is typically the solution to make sure that those types of problems don't delay a project of this type?
Is just to make sure you have all those taken care up front. So you don't have any long lead time issues that have caused issues, and make sure everything is taken care of front and at least looked at, not
Whose
saying, oh.
responsibility is that?
It's typically the developer.
And typically the way that customers, clients ensure that the developer does the proper planning and meets their lead times and gets projects done on budget and on time is what?
Right.
Liquidated damages?
Those have not been, no liquidated damages.
Yeah, I
have
know,
been-
but that's typically the
correct.
solution, isn't it?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Real quick. Mr. Saha was not signed over as the engineer of record.
Yeah.
So the engineer of record was the developer. He was acting both. So he,
Figured that out. That's why I
So-
asked if he was brought in midstream as a troubleshooter.
so any change had to go through Steve, the consortium, and then bring it down to the ex-developer as the engineer of record to make those changes. So
It's unfortunate that we sit here a year and a half, a year overdue, and we have absolutely no recourse but to stay with who brung us, basically, and continue, no offense meant, to get non-specific answers to what was the root cause, what has the consortium done to fix it, and when are you going to be done, and when is our road going to be open? Because that's what everyone wants to know. So unfortunately, you drew the short straw, but thank you for your answer.
You're welcome, and I understand because everyone can see what's there and want to be able to use the road. But again, I'll state that these things are moving forward, and these are kind of the final steps. And I know Mike can provide you with my information if you want to contact me personally. You can. I know I've met with the mayor before. I've given him my information, but if you would like to, you can. And Mike can give you my information.
Thank you. I actually prefer to work through staff, but thank you
Okay.
for the offer.
You're welcome.
All right. Anybody else?
One quick question, Mike. Do we have a warranty and surety bond on this project? How much is it?
Yes, we do. The amount that's left is about $500,000. So that, there's a process to go that avenue where we would then have to put it out on the street and go through that timeline and inflated prices, and it's just, but we hold the actual cash in hand. It's not a bond that we would have to call. We do have it in
Okay,
an
that's
account.
still available to us?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I do have one concern. Last few times I got off the 429 coming home a little late, I noticed people are cutting through more and more. So my main concern is safety because we have a high school down there and there's a dangerous combination between a 16-year-old male and a high-powered car, and I want to make sure we're keeping them safe. So my concern is for the safety well-being because that road's been closed for a long period of time, and that concerns me. But thank you for all you do. We appreciate it.
Welcome.
They did put plastic wire, like fence up across solid.
Yeah.
Across some of it, because they were.
That property is owned by the city. It's a right-of-way, but it is under the insurance obligation of the permit holder. So, yeah, they haven't done much maintenance of traffic here recently.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else? Anybody? Mike, you done?
Yes, Mayor, yeah, and so the North Lakewood affects still the members of the consortium, because until we accept it, the public is not, they can't open, they can't get a CO, they can't operate, because the road is not open. So that is another stopgap that is pressing, and I think a representative from Park Square, their internal roads in Park Square are fine. You just have to access this road that is under construction, and until that road gets accepted by the public, the city, they will not be able to turn over any of those units, so.
All right. All right.
Very concerned.
Oh, they are, they're, as a Park Square company, but as a consortium, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Sorry about that.
Thank you, Mike.
No,
Pass it on to the,
Will do. Thank you.
Sorry.
Rob, you got any staff reports?
No, sir, I don't have anything this evening.
All right. Public comments. I got a few here, so 3 minutes, 2 per comment. Thomas Lowry.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. This is probably the easiest one that I have ever done up here, and that is I want to express my personal thank you for you, Mr. Mayor, for all the commissioners, and for the staff in their support of Challenge 22 back in November. It was, we had a sort of a last-minute change in venue, but it still pulled it off, and it was very successful. Beginning this year, the American Legion won't have any direct control over Challenge 22. They become a LLC and formed a 501c3. So any contributions from the public, anything, will become tax deductible. Again, I just thank you for the years that everyone has really helped us and worked with us, and appreciate it. So, thank you.
Thank you, sir. We're bringing up the boss of that gentleman, Sue Lowry.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Sue Laurie, President of the Women's Club of Ocoee. And I'm here tonight on behalf of the Women's Club to ask if you would like the Women's Club to facilitate a political forum for the candidates running for Commissioner in District 4 in the upcoming March 19th, 2024 election. Thank you.
You need an answer, so, all right.
I think we already agreed
Yeah,
to.
I think we agreed, but we can get a, yeah, yes, ma'am.
You good?
Get with the staff and see what you need from us. All right, Melody?
Okay.
All righty.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We always appreciate you ladies doing that. Cheryl King.
Good evening. It's been a couple of years since I've been up here. I am a resident of District 4, which is where we're having our election in March. And I want to really speak for some of the families that live up there. We are very hardworking families. We are raising our kids. We are paying our taxes. I have paid taxes to Ocoee since 2003, and I am not seeing what I'm getting. I live in District 4, and you keep putting housing complexes up there, which is fine. We haven't complained about it. They keep coming. But I don't see what we're getting as citizens. I pay a minimum of $2,000 in personal property taxes to this city, and my child is unable to leave his neighborhood safely, to navigate his way to the 80 MEMS, the one recreation center in our area. We have no green spaces. We don't have anywhere for our kids to commune. If they don't live in the neighborhood with the other kids, they don't get to see the other kids. Y'all are not creating a community for our children and for the future. We need to have green spaces. We need to have places for the kids to be able to get out and to meet each other. I walk up and down Clark Road daily to the Buddhist temple because that's the only place I can get refill my water bottle on that part of town. I have to leave my house and walk 3 miles to an Orange County park to just fill a water bottle in that part of town. And I find that to be appalling for the sheer fact that I've lived here for 20 years and have paid this amount of money. Then to have what just recently happened. Y'all tried to cancel the commissioner. So now we hit the news. Ocoee hits the news for trying to cancel the commissioner to not be on the ballot. Then Ocoee hits the news because our police chief is in trouble. Then just a week or so ago, we're in the news because the planning department is trying to put a neighborhood in the middle of another neighborhood. I would like for the city of Ocoee to stop looking at these little developments and dividing us as a society. We need to create a community. We're all together and we're all supposed to be working together. I don't understand why on the state of the city, I had to watch what the Alibi is giving to their residents. I don't live in the Alibi. My city taxes didn't do anything. Doesn't pay any money for whatever amenities they have there. I would like for the city of Ocoee to focus on District 4 or Zone 4 to give us some sort of community up there to help us connect with each other. I beg you to stop just popping up neighborhoods with gates. Let's open up the gates and let's make a community where we can all be together. And that's all I'm asking. And then the last thing is for the planning department. When we call the city, I don't want the planning department to tell me why they can do things. Just because they can, I would like for the planning department and the management to come out into the community. There is no reason that I get an orange sign at the end of my road telling me you're about to rezone the back area of my house without a simple call to our HOA president. All of our HOA presidents are on file. I see no reason why the planning department and management do not reach out to the community before they start any development around. Every other planning department that I've spoken to, professors that I've spoken to in urban planning, that is the first thing that should happen, is you should consider the existing residents. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody have any comments?
No, it take too long.
Take too long?
I can comment at the end.
What? No, I'm asking if they own the comments. I'll make a couple comments. Whatever happened with the police department is personnel business that can't be, it doesn't go out in the public. That has to do with the city manager's job and what happens with that. It's just like anything else in any other company, any other job. On the commissioner thing, that was done because of what the charter says. If you read our charter, you'll see why it was done. So pull the charter, read the charter, and you'll, Huh?
He won, he's on the ballot.
We know that. And someone, we're not gonna get into that argument. There's a reason. You know, he was on the ballot a year before that too. He was on, not a year, last March, he was on the ballot. But there was a reason, it's in our charter. So if you want to read the charter, and we didn't want to do the appeal, we'll do it later, you know. So that's the reasons. So, I want to ask you a question. I've been to your area back when I was running. You have a park area in your condo, in your space. You have a pool, you have a space in your condo area. Why could you not walk to the fire? Why could you, let me, Cheryl, I let you talk, okay? No, I haven't finished asking the question yet. Why didn't you not walk to the firehouse and get water? You getting water from where? I don't know where you're talking about water.
This is a quarter of a mile, a block from my house.
Who?
The fire department is a block from my house.
I know it is.
Why would I walk to the fire department? Why do we not have?
Well, why would you walk 3 miles to get water when it's right there at the firehouse?
Because I had it at my house when I left. I walked 2 miles up Clark Road.
I know where that place is at. I know where it's at.
What
All
I
right.
appreciate is for the city to listen to us. We are begging for something, and you're choosing to come at me and tell me why I'm wrong.
See, that's not true, and everybody here, pay attention, that's not true. I'm answering some of the questions you asked, why we not do it. So if you don't want to hear the answers, that's fine. But I'm telling you, that's what it was. So you can say something to somebody, but you can also say something back.
My point when I was...
Your time is, you did your time, Cheryl.
My point was, we have had bad press in the city. Can we do something good? Didn't think that would be too controversial for you, Mr. Johnson.
It's not controversial for me because I understand what the problem was. And listen, if you read the stuff that's going on here, it's plenty of good stuff.
You're stuck on the problems. I'm
not-
asking you for my
I know.
community
I know.
to give us some community space.
Mayor, can I ask, could we just, I think some of these issues could be discussed later.
I know, but it's the
I'm
same
sorry.
thing as always. You say the comments and nobody comments back.
Oh,
But that's not true.
I have some things I'm going to say at the end about
Okay,
what was
okay,
said.
that's good. All right, listen, all right, next was Kathy Seals.
Good evening. First, I'd like to wish everyone a Happy New Year because I haven't seen you since New Year, so Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to speak. I've kind of been elected, I think, because of my tenure here at the city. I'm here about the new downtown connections for sewer, which we're so excited about, and to kind of give an education for some of you that may not know everything that's involved in disconnecting from septic and connecting to sewer, and what the impact is going to be on not just the residential, but the commercial businesses downtown. I made notes here, so this isn't really a script. Right now, there are 13 single-family dwellings in the sewer service area. There are 2 multifamily units in the area. There are 5 commercial buildings in this area. 2 are freestanding, the other small plazas. Before I get going any further, we have Joe Daka, owns a Marshall Block, Marianne Farrell, that owns the Goslin Building, Jim Sills, and he's also representing the plaza on Cumberland for Ernie Romano. The plaza on Cumberland has 5 individually metered units. The Marshall Block on McKee Street has 7, 6 that are owned by Mr. Daka, and 1 owned by a different party. The Goslin Building has 4 units. All of these are tenant occupied. The current sewer capital charge is currently $7,493 per connection. So you figure each one of these plazas, if they've got 6 units, 4 units, or 5 units, it's that times that impact fee, plus the permits that are required. You have the city permit, and I believe the city permit is 3% of the value of the construction cost to do the sewer connection. You also have to go to Orange County Health Department and get an abandonment permit. That has to be done by a licensed plumber. To abandon the septic tank, you have to have it pumped. The current value about that is about $300 now, if I'm not mistaken. The abandonment involves a licensed plumber. The tank has to be pumped. After that, the plumber has to abandon it. To do that, you have to open the tank and either remove it completely out of the ground or crush it and fill it in. Both of those require heavy equipment, loads of dirt to fill it. Then after that, the plumber has to go and, of course, run the line out to the sewer connection to the city stub out. So there's a lot involved with just not just, okay, you've got sewer, connect to it. And there's a lot of expense involved. It can be anywhere from $12,000 to $18,000 per connection. And a new septic tank, as the mayor can tell you, is about $18,000 for the new systems that are being required. The issue now that I'm doing, I'm not asking for any discussion or any promises or anything like that, just providing information on the financial impact this is going to be. The business owners, of course, the property owners can pass these costs on to their tenants, but in so doing, some of those businesses would probably have to close down and fail. And the purpose of sewer was to uplift the downtown and make it something that we're all looking forward to. What else have I got down here? For some of these residentials, their usage is probably 3,000 to 5,000 gallons a month. If their septic systems aren't failing, it's going to be hard to entice them to connect without some sort of incentive by the city to help allay that cost. So we're here tonight to ask for some sort of aid in order to make the sanitary sewer available to 100% installation success. It's been a long-awaited service which benefits the runoff into our precious Stark Lake and the aquifer. And as I said, with some of those family locations using less than 5,000 gallons a month, it's going to be hard-pressed probably to get some of them to connect without some sort of help. And I know it was discussed, I guess maybe a month or two ago, about a non-Alram assessment. You know, maybe you can look at that, do maybe a 5-year assessment for residential and a 10-year for the commercial, just something like that. So like I said, I'm not asking for any answers or anything tonight, just giving you all some background on what it takes to do this connection. It's a very involved process and timely and expensive. So putting that out there, hopefully staff can work and get back to y'all and we can come up with some sort of incentive to help everybody out downtown. Thank you.
Kathy, hang on a minute. Rob, is there a way we can put staff with the group?
Yeah, I mean, we could come up maybe with a couple of options for you. We could actually do that as an assessment program if that's something that you all wanted to go ahead with.
Yeah,
Just have to brush up on the timeline, and you would have to determine some interest rate to assign to that, and it'd basically be on the tax bills each year.
I think if you can get a couple people, and let's set up a meeting with our staff, Jamie, and
I think the business owners right here would be
Okay.
amenable to that.
and
Yep.
get with the staff, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank y'all for your time.
Contact Sherry and get it set up, will you? All right, thank you. Mr. Moyer.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
My name is Dr. Jim Moyer. I live in Arden Park in District 4. I'm honored to be the current chair of the Human Relations Diversity Board. So first I want to congratulate the city on another great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday event. For those of you who may not know, this is the 14th annual National Slavery and Human Trafficking Prevention Month. Even though this has been 14 years since it's been a national event here in the United States, it's been a problem for about 30 years since the USSR, internationally, since the USSR disbanded. Now, January was chosen because in January 1st, 1863 was the Emancipation Proclamation, where about 4 million slaves were free. Right now, internationally, there's almost 25 million people that are part of human trafficking and slavery. Here in the United States, the FBI, in 2019, they looked at their cases from 2015 to 2017, and they found out that 80% of their cases was what they're calling sex trafficking, and 19% of their cases was labor trafficking, and 1% was both. I'm coming here before you as a part of the Human Relations Diversity Board, and our responsibility to be an informational conduit to the general public and to the commission here. So I'd like to ask everyone to please consider taking just 15 minutes of your time and do a Google search. There's lots of information out there in regard to the National Human Trafficking Prevention Month. And this can affect anyone. It may be my neighbor. It may be your neighbor. You don't know. It has nothing to do with age. It has, to my surprise, has nothing to do with social economic status or any other category. Anyone can be a victim of human trafficking. So please be aware of this crucial subject, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Mr. Moyer. Is Tanya Dang here?
Ellie.
So she's not here? All right, we'll hold it. Okay, on public comments. Anybody? That's it. All right, let's move on to the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Well, I have a question, like to discussion on number 10. Just have a question. I might be able to answer it without pulling it.
Oh, okay.
Where it says approval of relating to the acquisition of eminent domain of property, it seems like it should have the description of the property, because property could be anything to me. Just a plain reading of it.
It should be in your paperwork.
It's on, it was on
It's in your
Franklin.
paperwork you got.
Okay. But just looking at the agenda, I didn't see it. I got the clarification. I know what it is now.
Yeah.
But just reading it, it seemed kind of vague.
I thought it had the, Mayor, can I just say something?
Yeah.
I thought that when I read it, it was, the description was on the,
So the description
basically
is
in the corner of a Church of God of Prophecy, and is it the Old Palm? Palm Drive.
long as it's in there, that's all. I'm
That
okay
Palm
with it.
building
It's in there?
that used to
Okay.
be
all right.
Palm, it's real estate.
Okay.
Yes.
That little building?
Yes, and
As long as it's in there, I'm okay then. Okay, I'm okay.
Okay, I mean, it was on the second, I understand, but it was
Yeah.
on the second page or third page down.
Yeah, 'cause I don't want somebody just reading it and not knowing that and not being tied to it. Okay.
I think that's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
A lot of people just get the one page of the agenda, and it should have the address there, so they know if they want to come to the meeting and hear about it.
Or just a document tying it back to.
Everybody doesn't get deep into the packet.
It had the, it
A great
has the
point.
address here of 234 Taylor Street and 233 Franklin Street, is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, because I found it, but it just took a little more
It's in
digging.
the
What the-
detail, but it's
Yeah.
not on the
All
item.
right.
What they get when they don't, if they don't get the, if they don't read the whole agenda, they don't see. Okay, no, I understand that. It's a good point. I was looking more for a map, but I knew the area, so.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I reached out to Google over there and he told me.
Did you?
All right. All right, the
Mr.
motion.
Google?
I'm just teasing.
Everything okay with?
I'm good.
All right, motion made to approve the consent agenda. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Commissioner Kennedy. Any more comments? No more comments? Let's vote. Get to the voting machine.
Mayor, that is a good, that is a good comment that we
Yes.
can, if it makes sure people go to the other pages and not just read the
Right.
snippet on the
Right.
front. You're
Right.
right.
All right, motion carries unanimously. All right. Second reading of ordinance, public hearing, number 13, Palm Drive, Hennepin Property Small Scale Comprehensive Plan Amendment Form, Low Density Residential to Commercial and Rezoning from R1A to C2. City Zoning Manager, Whitfield.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners. Thank you. So this item is for a small-scale comprehensive plan amendment to the future land use map and a corresponding rezoning. The property is located on the north side of Palm Drive, approximately 160 feet west of Pine Street and Palm Drive. At the intersection, it's 1.65 acres in size. It's in the Ocoee study area, but there are no protected features on the property. It is also within the State Road 429 Overlay District Business Center character area. So this is an aerial of the property, the surrounding zoning, surrounding future land use and surrounding zoning. Just a little bit of background. This is a snippet from the State Road 429 Business Center character area, where the intent is to have higher density residential and mixed-use commercial and offices in the area. Specifically, it's in sub-area A, where the focus is on, again, office, institutional, industrial, and retail. Because the requested rezoning, the requested zoning district is C2, when the property comes in for a site plan, it would have to comply with the C2 standards in terms of the building setbacks, heights, maximum building area, maximum impervious area, stormwater requirements, buffering, landscaping, parking, access and circulation, lighting, etc. The DRC met on this item on November 7th and didn't identify any issues with the comp plan and rezoning and made a recommendation of approval. The Planning and Zoning Commission met and considered this item on November 14th. Also finding no issues, they made a recommendation of approval of the small-scale comp plan amendment and rezoning from R1A to C2 for the China Pen property. And I don't see the applicant here. Oh, there he is in the front. Mr. Chinapin is here if you have any questions of him or myself. Thank you.
All right, we're going to open it to the public. Before I do that, the city lawyer is going to read off the residential and the rezoning.
Sure. Let's start off with the small-scale comprehensive plan amendment. It's case number CPA 2023-002, an ordinance of the City of Ocoee, Florida, amending the City of Ocoee Comprehensive Plan as adopted in 1991 as amended, amending the future land use map of the Ocoee Comprehensive Plan to change the future land use map designation from low density residential to commercial for certain real property containing approximately 1.65 acres located on the north side of Palm Drive, approximately 160 feet west of the Pine Street and Palm Drive intersection, providing for and authorizing the revision of the official city future land use map, prevailing in the event of any inconsistency, providing for severability, providing for an effective date. Would you like me to go ahead and read the rezoning as well at this point?
Yes, sir.
All right, and we'll vote on them separately, though. This is case number RZ-23-09-09, an ordinance of the City of Ocoee, Florida, changing the zoning classification from R1A, single-family dwelling district, to C2, community commercial district, on certain real property containing approximately 1.65 acres, located on the north side of Palm Drive, approximately 160 feet west of the Pine Street and Palm Drive intersection, finding such zoning to be consistent with the Ocoee Comprehensive Plan, providing for and authorizing the revision of the official city zoning map, prevailing in the event of any inconsistency, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date.
All right, we're going to open the public hearing. Anybody in the public have any comments on item number 13 on Palm Drive? You want to say anything? You don't have to. All right. Nobody have any comments? I'm going to close it and bring it back to the dais. Anybody have comments? All right, I need a motion first on the comp plan.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the small-scale comprehensive plan amendment.
All right, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Commissioner Kennedy. Motion made by Commissioner Ferstner. Any more comments? If not, let's vote. Motion carries unanimously. All right, now we do the zoning.
I'll make a motion to approve the rezoning ordinance.
Motion made by Commissioner Ferstner to move to approve. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Commissioner Hart. Any more comments? No more comments? Let's vote. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, go to number 14, public hearing, 16 Floral Street, right property variance.
Okay, 16 Floral Street, the right property is a request for a variance. What they're asking for is a 17.7-foot reduction in the minimum front setback, representing a 69% reduction, to take the setback from 25 feet to 7.7 feet along the west property line to accommodate an attached garage to a single-family home that's on a corner lot. So it's a little bit of background. It's on the southeast corner of Floral Street and South Cumberland. It's 0.19 acres in size. Again, it's a corner lot with R1A zoning. Just of note, this section of South Cumberland Avenue is 60-foot wide right away. Most of our other streets are 50-foot wide. This is an aerial of the property, the surrounding zoning map, the surrounding future land use map. And these is the criteria for a variance. So per section 4-9A, an application for a variance has to demonstrate that they meet these 4 criteria. The first one is that there are special conditions or circumstances that are specific to the property or the structure, which in this case is the structure, that the literal interpretation of these codes would deprive the applicant of rights commonly enjoyed by others, that the special conditions and circumstances were not the result of the applicant's actions, and that granting the variance doesn't confer any special privileges to this applicant that have been denied other applicants in similar situations. This slide shows the location, and it's a site plan per se. The R1A zoning district requires a front setback of 25 feet. Because it's a corner lot, the 25 feet applies to both the north on Floral Street and the west on Cumberland. What they're asking for is 7.7 because that is where the house footprint sits now. The house was built in 1974 with no garage, and the house is served on septic in the middle rear of the yard, which is shown here, generally in the purple area. We worked with the applicant to place the garage here for a variety of reasons. One is that although the front door is here, it wouldn't be a good idea to place a garage in the front because it would literally be right on the sidewalk, where the sidewalk improvements would end up going once it's finished. And also, this generally right here where the 65 is where their back door is, and it's just a door. There's no awning, there's no stoop, so they need something to cover the back door, to shield the back door from the weather. And the septic system is here. So they couldn't place the garage any further back without placing the garage wall right at the back door, and then going onto the septic drain field area. We also had the applicant look at the maximum impervious area. So based on the math, they're only at 37.3% with this addition, so they do meet that criteria. The current lot configuration has been this way since 1972, and when we looked at past permits, they've only done a fireplace permit and a re-roofing. Again, it doesn't exceed the 50%, and based on staff's evaluation, this is really the minimum that the minimum variance needed, because there essentially isn't any place else on the lot to place the garage where it would fit properly. They've asked their architect to provide a conceptual rendering. This is what they're wanting it to look like. So the garage will essentially meld into the existing house frame, extending the roof line, so it'll make it look like the garage has been part of the house without any further protrusion onto Cumberland. So based on that, staff finds that there are special conditions and circumstances that are peculiar to this property and this structure, that applying the code literally would essentially deprive them of the ability to place a garage on their property and also shelter their back door. That the conditions and circumstances were not their own. The house has been this way for decades, and granting this variance would not confer any special privileges to this applicant. The Planning and Zoning Commission considered it at their December 12th hearing. They made a recommendation of approval. One neighbor did come and speak in favor, in support of the variance, and staff is recommending that the City Commission approve the requested 7.7-foot reduction, a 69% reduction in the front building setback, to allow the garage to be placed 7.7 feet from South Cumberland's right-of-way. And the applicants are here with any questions. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to open the you have anything to read? I'm going to open the public hearing. If you want to make any comments, you're welcome to. Okay, all right. All right, we close. Anybody else? All right, we'll close the public hearing and bring it back up to the dust. Anybody comments?
Questions for staff? I have three questions. First, you have a diagram that isn't in the packet. You actually had two. Can you go to that diagram?
Yes.
That one. Would you please put those in the packet so
Yes.
I can see them?
I'm sorry.
The second thing, I just want to clarify a couple issues. You mentioned that it wasn't possible because of the location of the septic,
The drain field.
but that's literally on Floral where we're putting in sewer. So does that still hold true technically in your opinion?
Well,
As far as the four criteria?
yes. I mean, if they placed it back, they would, let me put on my glasses. So 25 feet would place the garage approximately ending, it's 22 and 7. The start of the garage approximately here. And this is approximately where their back door is. So the drain field really isn't just the one factor. It was where the back door would be when they enter or exit the house relative to the garage.
And the second thing is the garage is continuing the existing building line, which is already 7 feet.
Yes.
That has an existing variance? And because this is new construction, we need another variance, or how does that work?
The garage is considered an existing nonconformity. So in order to do this, they would have to get the variance. The garage is the existing house is essentially grandfathered in.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
Anybody else?
I've known of that house for so many years and often wondered why it didn't have a garage.
Marsh Ramirez.
But now we're finding, you know where it is.
Yeah, Marsh Ramirez deal.
I was going to say, it's been there for many years, so I'm going to vote to approve. I'm
Yeah.
pleased you're getting a garage. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said, hopefully that'll change.
Okay. Well, it depends how it goes tonight, but
All right. Anybody else?
I'm good.
Need a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion made by Commissioner Wilson to approve item 14, 16 Floor Street.
I'll second that.
Seconded by Commissioner Firstner. Any more comments? No more comments? Let's vote. Motion carries unanimously.
We'll watch for the building.
That was Mr. Marsh Ramirez built that house. His grandmother lived next door to it. And where the old house used to be, where Miss Gleason stays. That was the big old wood house, and Morris's grandmother lived there, and she raised him.
You got the history of your property now.
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
Interesting.
Let's go. We're at the, before we do comments from commissioners, young people here, are y'all here to speak, or you just come to visit us? Not just observing? Okay. I just want to make sure.
We love, did you tell them we love observers?
Yeah, we surely do. Huh?
Great.
Student government at the high school.
Hey, good. Oh, yeah, that's good.
This is our,
We
you're the
appreciate you
future
coming.
us.
Yeah.
You're the future us.
Keep the seat warm for you.
Good luck. Good luck. All right, comments from commissioners. Commissioner Hart.
Okay, well, all right. Well, good evening, everyone, and once again, it's thank you for coming out and being part of our city commission meeting. I want to give a shout out to the HRDB. They're doing some fantastic work over there. A lot of foundational work has been put down on how we can move our city together and increase the diversity in our city. So special thanks to our chair, who I saw on TV again today. I tell you, everywhere I go, I see Jim Moyer, so he's all over the place. But you guys are doing a great work, and we want to make sure that you know that the City Commission has your full support. Big shout out and thanks to the great work. I guess we can say already we're going to have another Jolly Jamboree next year, because this one was a great success from the golf cart parade until the dog walk. It was a great time. My daughter was graduating from USF, so I was forced as a dad to go down there and watch her graduate. So proud of her. She'll be applying to med school, so keep her in your prayers. Hopefully she can get in. She's a former Ocoee Knight, so once again we thank you for the great work you're doing there. And I really got to give a shout out to our public community events team. They're doing a great job. I mean, we're just having event after event, success after success. I'm looking forward to the Mardi Gras. I never got a chance to go to Mardi Gras when I was younger, so I got a chance to come. Mardi Gras is coming to me, so I'm looking forward to that. And that's what we really need. I found once we came out of COVID, people are more defensive, people are more critical, and people, I hate to say it, well, my pastor, I got to tell the truth, people seem to be less loving. So we need to learn to get together and enjoy each other. We need each other. No man is an island. When the bell tolls for one, it tolls for all. So we need to find a way to come back together, and you'll realize that the person down the street is just as cool as you, and there's never a bad reason to have a barbecue. So many times you can have a barbecue, that's a good thing. Had a great time yesterday at the MLK. My daughters went to Citrus Elementary, so when I sat out there and I was reflecting, I remember one of my dad moments. I put my daughter Caitlin, my little cupcake, on my shoulders, and I walked down the street during the parade, and I was having a flashback when I did. I can't do it now because she's a grown woman in college, but I still call her Cupcake. But MLK reminds me of why we do what we do. And I know as individuals who are trying to build a more perfect union, sometimes you get frustrated, sometimes you get tired, sometimes you feel like giving up. But it reminds me why I do what I do, why I get up early and work late to try to build a more perfect union. I'm a byproduct of that dream. I started out at 8 years old working in the citrus groves. I drove by Ocoee, and my dad told me to never go to that city. Look at me now, because I had a dream. And my dad told me out in one day in the citrus grove, you can make a better life for yourself. He only had a third grade education, but I was in the 11th grade being cool. Cool and fool sound like for a reason, because I was being foolish in high school. But he made me believe in my senior year. And I was able to get into FAMU, not in pharmacy school. I couldn't get in, my grades were too low. But the next year I made a 3.6. And then I graduated near the top of my class. And now I've been a pharmacist for the last 35 years, married, love of my life, and had a beautiful family here in Ocoee because I'm part of the dream. I'm not a dreamer, but I'm a believer. So now I'm working to make you students from Ocoee, the best you can be and follow that dream. So that's what it means to me, and I hope it means something to you too. I'm so grateful for our city staff. We had a great time. Derek McCrae, he used to do my sermons for me back when I was a youth pastor. He used to come do our youth revival. So it was great to see him, good friend of mine and a great man of God. So we thank God for that. And just remember, an election's coming up. As stated earlier, your local government affects you more than your federal government. Remember that. I'm not going to endorse anybody, but I'm going to ask everyone to look at the candidates and look at the charter. I'm going to talk about that later. The charter change. Look at that charter. That charter will affect how this city runs. Our democracy is a work in progress. The building permit is still there. It's a blank slate, but it's up to us to write and shape our democracy. So please vote. There is no excuse to not to vote. People died so you can have a chance to vote. So there's no excuse not to vote. But make sure you vote for a candidate that you believe in. Make sure you vote for changes that you believe in that will shape a better tomorrow. God bless you all. Have a great night. We'll see you soon.
Commissioner Forster.
First, I'd like to say how pleased I am with the State of the City address. I mean, that was a slick, professional presentation. That looked really good. That really puts Ocoee in a good light, anybody that sees that. Kudos to everybody that put that together and presented it. I also would like to thank everybody, all the staff and the Ocoee Youth Council that participated in Martin Luther King Day festivities. They pulled that off great without a hitch, and for the 16th year in a row, it has really been a nice affair to attend. I apologize if anybody got hit with candy from my truck. I'll try to keep that down in the future. That's all.
Mr. Wilson.
Well, I have multiple things I want to discuss. I won't repeat what you've said. Great, wonderful. The events were wonderful. There's more events coming up. That besides just what happened, which went off great, is on February 3rd, HAPCO is going to be doing a music festival, music event at Lakeshore Center. The 9th is going to be the Mardi Gras Festival, the street event. On March 9th is going to be, we used to have a spring fling, but we've kind of redesigned it into a spring into conservation, which will be held at the Unity Park. And then on April 6th is the shred event. So start saving all of your things that you want to dispose of properly, because that will be done at the police department. Another item is a resident notified me this past week about if you have online banking and you're paying your water bill, please make sure you change the address. I just did it myself, so I'm just as bad as everyone else, I guess. Make sure you change the address on your online banking because City Hall has moved. It's no longer 150 Lakeshore. We are 1 North Blueford. So I just don't want a problem to arise for anyone else. Commission, I have the commissioners, other commissioners and mayor. Sleepy Harbor, a resident in Sleepy Harbor had a concern that they'd like us to address. They want to become this person asked for us to become a golf cart friendly neighborhood. So if we could go ahead and arrange for maybe them to be posted or to have it reviewed.
You know what the problem is?
Well, they can't cross over.
Well, that's what needs to be brought up about changing the speed limit down to 25 miles an hour.
Well, right now they want their neighborhood so they can actually legally ride their golf cart within the community. The other issue is that you can't go across Orlando Avenue because of the speed limit. So that's one issue that we would have to tackle. But in the meantime, if we could have that addressed, if the commission agrees, Rob, to have that addressed regarding that one item. We have.
Could you
It's the issue regarding sleep. Disagree. Sleepy Harbor is a neighborhood that does not have, they're not golf car friendly. Sleepy Harbor Phase 1 and Phase 2.
Okay.
They would like to become, this one resident has a golf cart and wants to actually legally ride around Sleepy Harbor Phase 1 and 2 as being able to use their golf cart. The other issue is that the mayor was talking about is you can't cross over Orlando Avenue, White Road
Yes.
because of the speed limit. So they couldn't go across the street to go to Shoal Creek and go to the park. But right now, they're just asking for them to become a golf cart friendly community, as in Sleepy Harbor Phase 1 and 2.
And what does that require? What's the one?
In regards to us posting a sign, I don't think there's too much more than that, is there?
Yeah, there's signs posted at all the entrances and exits, and the PD would go there and take a look just to do a safety check and make sure there's no outstanding issues that need to be taken care of.
Okay, I agree.
So we have
Thank
no
you.
problem with that one. The other issue is, I know the mayor knows this individual, but Gordon Applegate has been 34 years. He is now going to be coming off the Recreation Board, but he has been one of our,
I appointed him.
You appointed him? Oh, the commission may not know. He's one of our longest running volunteers. He's been 34 years. As of today, he was appointed on the 16th of January, 34 years ago.
Wow.
And he is one of the longest running volunteers that we have within any of our boards. And, I was thinking a way that how we could honor all those years that he's put into the Ocoee, and I had a thought. We have a street over here that says City Hall. The City Hall is not on the street. The sign needs to come down. Do you know what I'm talking about? Right. It's where City Hall used to be. There's a sign that says City Hall. And I wondered if we could maybe think about renaming that street, either Gordon Way or Gordon Applegate Way. It's really not a street, it's a kind of a driveway, but I think it's a nice way to honor someone who's been 34 years on the Recreation Board, and the mayor said he appointed him. I served with him 25 years ago, or 20, somewhere in that neighborhood. But again, I'd like us to review if we could do that, if that's something the commission would agree that, Rob, could we look into it to name it something to that effect?
Consensus is okay for that? With all of us?
Okay.
Rob?
Again, 34 years is a long time.
Yep. We're going to put a plaque up at the skate place for him, too.
Well, I know we mentioned that, but the thing is, I was just concerned, being at the skate park, kids knock it down, so I was thinking something more.
Oh, you don't think that.
No, what would, I might be going over my 5 minutes, sorry, I got a couple more things. We haven't met for a month, is that okay?
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me go through here. There's one item more that I want to talk about, but we all seem to get comments regarding our Christmas lights. I don't want to bring a sore subject up. I'm not going to go into a lot of depth on this one, but I've been looking at some of the information regarding the lights and what we could actually change it, things we could do to, I'm kind of tinseled out or garland out. And I was looking at the brochure. I spoke to the city manager. I spoke to Steve Krug, looking at the brochures that come along with the Christmas lights. And I wonder if the commission would allow me to go ahead and do a little more in-depth research and bring back some suggestions. And so we can have discussion up here, because I am garland out. The ones that are along Clark Road, I've seen for the last 20 years. And so I'd like, if we could, if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind not championing that, but kind of just getting some information and gathering it and bring it back so we could look at it and see what's available to us. There's some really neat looking streetlights in that book. And we spend just under $50,000 on these streetlights for Christmas, for the holidays. And so I think we could kind of bring it up a level or two. I'd like to see us bring it up a level and talk. Maybe there's some streets we either want to take off or put on, how we'd like to attack that this coming year, but we need to start it now. I think we've all seen the lights.
Yeah. No, we didn't. They wasn't on.
They were, well, okay, then we're not going to bring up a sore subject. We're going to look forward. How's that? There's one more thing I do want to say, and I will say I was looking this up during the, while a resident was talking. I will just use my tax bill, and I say this many times during tax season. I use my tax bill as an example. I pay, yes, over $2,000 in taxes. Okay, I do not pay that full tax to the city of Ocoee. I'm sorry, I didn't get down to the exact amount that I paid.
$600.
But I pay the city of Ocoee $608.58 for the services that I receive within the city of Ocoee. I pay the county $545.22. Now, when I compare the services I get from the city and I get from the county, vast difference. I'm not going to ask for the resident to come back up, but I'm just going to say, look at your tax bill, see what you actually pay the city for your fire, your police, all the services you received. I take offense to this because we look at the state of the city tonight, and I look at what they have done and what we have done as a community, not us, we as a community have done for our residents. And I think in the 25 years that I've lived in Ocoee, I have seen a lot of changes, positive changes. I look at just at my district, and I see an accessible playground that just went in. I look at what our downtown, look at the building we're in. It's gorgeous. We were sinking in a building we were just in. And yes, we had to bond more money for that. I've seen some comments about the bonding and, prices went up during COVID. We all know that. We saw it in our own household. Do you not think the building of some of these items that we've done have cost more? We see this all the time. I just see what we have come as a city. And I take offense when I see that people act negatively and all the years we've been here. Someone's been here since 2000. I've been here since 1997. And I see all that we have done here. And I do take offense. And for my $600, I get big bang for my money. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Amen.
Because I look at things, I'm paying $48 to the library. Oh, that's the best money I'm spending right there. $600 here. The county. What am I getting from Orange County?
Nothing.
Nothing that I see. Yeah, I travel their roads. Yes, but I'm looking at some of this, and it just offends me that after we look at what's on the state of the city and all that has happened, it's amazing to me. And then we talk about $600. I get a lot for that. And I thank our city staff for what they're doing with the $600 that I'm paying, that my family's paying here, because we do get wonderful services. And I know I went over my 5 minutes, but I don't care. Can I get 5 minutes for the meeting we didn't have?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I still have a few more minutes going on. No.
You're doing good, so I'm going to let you go. Get right on.
I kind of get fired up over this because every year I get fired up? Every year at tax season, people say what they pay. And then, but I ask you to please look at what do you pay this city? because you're paying a lot of other items on there. You're paying St. John's Water Management. You're paying library, which school board. I don't have any children in school, but I'm not complaining. Hey, we love you being educated. You're the future. So again, please look at your tax bill before you come in here and talk to us about that. And please review that state of the city. Rusty, you did a great, I'm sorry, Mayor, you did a great job. Sometimes we as commissioners sit here and we don't see all that happens because we're seeing it in pieces. But it's kind of nice to see it in just a 15-minute, 20-minute video of all that's happening. So, sorry I get off my soapbox. Thank you. Please come to the Mardi Gras Festival. Come to all the other events we have in the city of Ocoee because we've got some great events going on. Should I shut this off?
Should I wait to hug you after the meeting?
No, I just
So,
shut down.
so what's the precedent? How much do I have now?
You get
No,
3
you-
minutes.
Yeah, right.
You get 5.
If I got 5 from the last meeting,
I'm going
you
to take
go
one.
on.
Go ahead.
So first, I want to say ditto and endorse each of the commissioners' comments. And I think in addition to all the tangible progress that was made in the last year, there's been a lot of intangible progress. We talked about the HRDB, the sense in the community. When I talk to people, it's different and they're happy. And it's great to live in Ocoee, and mayor and staff are doing a great job for us. That said, I'm going to do something I typically don't do, which is I have a complaint list. And
You worried about your taxes too?
I usually save this, but I've got some open items that haven't been addressed. And so, Rob's, I'd like you to respond to these. And the first one I have, though, is for the city attorney and for you, whoever wants to answer it. I'm looking for a transcript.
I'll follow up on that.
Will you have it?
I need to follow up on it.
Okay.
I know it was ordered, but we ran into the holiday season, and I need to follow up on it.
What's transcript?
Court transcript.
Okay.
The second thing that I'm looking for, and I know Commissioner Firstner mentioned this at the last meeting, was we had taken a vote instead of just doing individual tree problems. We had asked for a comprehensive review of tree policy to be brought for us with the tree trimming, the roots, the sidewalks, the city's role, the aesthetic versus safety issues. I haven't seen that, and it wasn't mentioned. Can I get an update on that?
Yeah, I'd be happy to give you one, Commissioner. I need to check with staff to see where that is.
Okay. The second thing, third thing, do you have an update on the heart save stations that we put in the budget? I think we budgeted 4.
I believe we put in $20,000. We're also, I believe, through the fire department, looking at trying to get a $20,000 grant. So if we're successful in the $20,000 grant, I guess we would bring that back to see if we want to go ahead with both or just use the grant money. But we'll get an update on the grant too. I don't know that we've heard on that yet, but I do know we put in for it.
Because that's another great thing, and it's one of those things that the sooner that we get those in, we might save a life quicker. So I don't want these things to sit.
It's kind of like when we don't have them, we score higher than if we go ahead and we put 7 of them in and then ask for the grant. So I understand. We'll get that moving along.
You're working the system. That's good. I wanted to get an update from you on what I asked about the Vision Zero thing, how that came to be, who authorized it. What's the status of your?
Yeah, I did speak to staff on that, and I think the way it was worded, the Vision Zero is, it's a program that Metro Plan has, and I think what staff was really saying was we participated in instead of we joined. There was really nothing to join. We're already a member of Metro Plan. We go to different subcommittees and task forces, and one of our staff members in the CRA did attend that, and they just thought it would be worth sharing because of the program that they were talking about was pedestrian safety, and I think the message they were trying to get across was we have joined in participating in this program to make sure that we're aware of all the latest pedestrian traffic safety improvements that the area is taking advantage of.
Well, that's definitely not the message, the messaging plan. And as you know, I don't know if you all know, there was an announcement on Facebook, on the city's website, that the city had joined Vision Zero and that it was the city's vision for traffic safety. I disagreed strongly with some of the points in that. We didn't vote on it. And my issue is, if the city, traffic and congestion is a big issue in my district and in the city, and I think if we're going to adopt a vision for addressing them, that should be done by the commission, and it should be done by our city manager in conjunction with that. And I don't like the message, and I don't like the fact that we've lost control of that messaging.
Yeah, I may not be 100% sure, Commissioner, but I believe that was brought up as a CRA initiative, and I think the original mention of that Vision Zero with Metro Plan was brought up in one of the CRA meetings. But yeah, I agree. There was really nothing
Different subject.
joined or anything like that. It was part of something that the city does participate in as a regional.
Okay. Well, like I said, I've asked for these, and I'm just following up. The other thing that has come up, and I don't know if the commission needs to take action on it or not, is we talked about last year, your possible coming retirement and entering the drop. Have you made a decision on that? And
Yes, I have entered the drop. So
do we need to authorize attorney funds for you to work with contracts and things? Or?
I don't think you need to. If you want to clarify, Commissioner, I think I understand what you're talking about, but I don't know that the other board members do.
Okay.
We just need a consensus if that's.
Yeah,
Rob,
let's do a consensus for Rob
Consensus for you
to work with the city
need
attorney
to
on a
vote.
contract.
Yeah, for my imminent departure sometime this year.
Name a successor designee or whatever we need to do.
Here's what, I think we just need to let Rob and the lawyer come together with Craig. And because I know what my thought process is, and we can bring it up when this goes through. Let Rob and them work out what they're doing, and then let's see what we're going to do.
Perfect.
I mean, are you,
Because here's.
I'm just trying to clarify.
I want to make one quick statement. I want to get this thing done before certain times, and because I hope we know what we want to do, but I know what I want to do. But
When Rob leaves?
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about a successor.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where we're going next.
No, I just wanted to be clear because several of you have spoken to me about the same issue, but I don't think that we've talked about it in a group here.
No.
Yes.
So for those to work on a successor, or
Yes.
then bring it back to us for us to come up with a successor of our choice? Or how the plan?
Well, that's why I wanted to clarify, Commissioner, because I think this successor we're talking about is the same person. So I think you want me to bring back one proposal based on the one person we've talked about.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to make sure that it was okay for the city attorney to work on that, that we approve the expenditure of that.
Of course.
So the last thing I'll say is on that, congratulations.
Thank you.
And we certainly appreciate your leadership over, what is it, almost 20 years?
Yeah, I anticipate my last day being the last day of 20 years. So
There you go.
Yeah.
Last day of 20
When
years.
is that? How long do we have?
That would
to
be
prepare?
July.
July, okay. So we do need to get moving with a plan, but thank you. I think the state of the city, as I said, shows the combined leadership that the mayor and yourself and the staff have shown, and a great job, and congratulations.
Thank you, Commissioner.
No standing until he
I'll-
actually.
I'm gonna make a few comments too. So
I guess
I
you
wanted to go up there on the public side and talk as a citizen. Then I can really say what I feel like, but I better not do that.
Go ahead.
I better not say that. But my older brother was a city manager for 40-something years. And I go back and look at the things that I used to watch him do and watch how he did it and why he did it. And I told him one time when I was going to college, he said, why don't you get into public administration and be a city manager? I said, are you crazy? You know, when hell I'm doing that. So Rob is a guy that came in here 20 years ago when we were in the middle of some problems. And whether you like the way he works things or you don't, he has done an amazing thing in this city over the last 20 years. And I'm not telling you that because I know you live in, you know I tell you all the time, but he has done things for us, and he's quietly gone about the way of doing it. And what is the thing now, you were telling me earlier today, you got to tell him a couple of things.
Yeah, well,
It means a lot to you as citizens.
Yeah, within just the last, 5 to 10 years, there's been some wonderful things that happened around here that, staff, we owe to the great staff that y'all have here too. But, the AA rating on the bonds that we have, the highest reserves that you've ever had, the lowest millage rate that you've ever had, ISO 1 rating in the fire department, police and fire are both accredited. It goes on. Reserves, very good reserves in utilities fund, and just to name a few that come off the top of my head. Yeah.
Well, and like I said, I look at the things that I've seen over the years, and back when I first got here, Kathy probably knows this, we went through some city managers that didn't do us good as a city, and we finally got to Rob, and Rob, I didn't think Rob would be here long because I thought he would. I said, he's going to move somewhere else before this is over with, but he didn't. He stayed. And there's always somebody mad at somebody, just like citizen bringing up about the police thing. Listen, they do not know what goes on when he's running the city. We don't do that. We don't hire. We don't fire. That man does. He knows what the problems are. If there's problems in the department, then he's got to take care of it. You can, nothing against the newspaper people, or the TV people, but they put articles in there and they don't explain why that problem was. They can't know because he can't tell them by the law. So there is reasons for why people don't stay or reasons they go. So I appreciate what you've done, Rob, over the years. You've helped me. I know that, like earlier, I get upset, but I try not to talk, and I tell myself I quit that for last couple of years, but that really upsets me because one of the major things that upsets me is somebody getting up there and telling me about they don't like Ocoee. Well, what I would tell you is sell your house and move the hell out of town. If you don't like it here, move. And I can tell you that because I'm done after 3 years, folks. I'm done. I've loved this place. I live here. I'm not going anywhere. But I am tired of hearing, I heard it when the other man was up here campaigning last time about how bad this place is. You only hear the bad ones, and there's only the police thing was on there one time and something else. I walked out of a restaurant in Winter Garden 3 weeks ago after church. Went to church in Ocoee, though, but I went to Winter Garden to eat breakfast. I went to Winter Garden to eat breakfast. This black gentleman walks out of the restaurant. He said, "Are you the mayor of Ocoee?" And I went, "Oh, no." And I said, "Yes, sir." He did nothing but compliment this town about how good it is, about what we do with our town and with all the people. Everybody here is a unified area, I think. But you've got people that try to push us, keep trying to push us just like into that corner. We're not there anymore. This place is a great place to live. And if you don't want to live here and raise your kids and families, something's wrong. This is a great place to be. And it just irritates me about the taxes. And I'm glad you said that, Rosemary. The taxes, you don't pay what it takes to run this city. One person couldn't do it. It takes all of us together to make this city work for the taxes. Just like mowing crews. I know Rob knows this. I talked to the mower guy. He drove me yesterday in the parade about how hard it is to keep people to do the job. The county, who we pay taxes to, they don't mow out here where they're supposed to mow. They don't come out here and mow. So we end up mowing some of the things that they're supposed to mow. They don't maintain their roads. We catch all the hell over it, but most people don't come here and get up at that podium and say, "Oh, y'all doing a great job. You're doing wonderful. We love it." We have lowered our taxes because of that gentleman and our employees for the last, 8, 9 years?
9, yeah.
9 years, we've lowered the taxes for people. We've made it where, I don't know how many jobs we put in here for people that can live in this city and work and not have to go somewhere else. And I wasn't going to say that a while ago. I tried to get it, but you can't answer back because they don't want to hear that. All they want to hear is what they're going to tell you. It's about, when you buy in a private neighborhood, that's your choice. You buy that, it's your choice where you live at. It ain't my choice. I know where I live at. If you don't want to live in a neighborhood like that, how are you going to put 300 homes next to her that she wants when you don't have but 2 acres of property? You can't. You know, you can't. And there's reasons why there's a road there. And 7 years ago, that project was started. So you waited 7 years too late to get on that ship. But like I said, I'd like to say some languages that I shouldn't do, but I'm not the best speaker in the world, folks, but I love this place and I love the citizens here. And you people like Mr. Hart and his wife, and Rich. Rich was one of our firefighters for, what, 25 years?
Fire chief.
How long?
That long.
Huh? Well, you were here a long time. But he was our chief. He lives here in town. They don't go nowhere. You get people that move here. Jim Sills and Kathy been here, I don't know, a long time, right, Jim, Kathy? But why think about this tonight when you go home. Look at what goes on in this city of Ocoee. You got 50,000 people. When he got here, it was probably 25,000 people. When I got in to start with, it was 10,000 people. So I know what it is and what it is now. I love my kids living here. I love my grandkids living here. I love being up here serving with these people. And it's finally somebody that knows what's going on in the city, and they work to do those things, just like Rosemary and Scott and these 2 gentlemen down here. They've all worked to do stuff for you, and that's what matters. We get new businesses like the lady sitting in the back there. You turn your head around. I'm talking about you. Joe, he's coming to our city. Lou's moved here and brought his business into there. There's not a bad place to live, folks. It's a good place to live. And just to let you know about space, green space, I've been in that, campaigning in that neighborhood, in that condos. There's a pool in there. There's a yard in there, picnic, that was designed, not picnic, but play yard, that was designed in the thing when the city had them do it. They made them put that in. They have their green space. I do not understand why you walk 3 miles to get water when it's right over there at the firehouse. So that I don't understand. But that's the problem we got in this country, and it's where what people want to do nothing but negative thinking. Negative. Quit the negative thinking and do what the man said down there. Let's all love each other and try to work. If it's got a problem, find out what it is before you make the comments. Make those comments you made, or make sure they're right. Because I'm going to tell you, I don't mind telling you to your face. And that really irks me about, I'm going to say one other thing about the charter deal. The charter deal said exactly what we voted to vote on, and it should have been. We cannot make the judge never disagreed with our interpretation of the C-17, and that's what it was. It was what, but yes, he's on the ballot because we voted, and we said when it happened, if it doesn't rule in our favor, we were going to let it happen. It happened. Nobody's stopping him. He voted. The gentleman run in March a year ago. He lost. So what can I tell you? He's running again. But the judge never said he disagreed with our thought process. So that was what it is. And you young people, understand government, because you're going to hear bad stuff all the time. Read everything and learn everything before you say something on it. Make sure you understand what it is, because people will tell you things that's not true. Just make sure you understand and read and see what it is. And I apologize, folks. I love this place. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of hearing my wife tell me don't say a word. I'm going to be here for 3 years, and I'm not going to keep my mouth shut anymore, because I'm telling you, I don't want to hear that. If you don't like this place, move. I'll give you the number to U-Haul place. So why live here if you don't like it? So
You're told to be quiet. I'm told to make good decisions.
yeah, well, that is a good decision if they don't like it. I don't like it. Harpo Music Foundation and the City of Ocoee for an evening of incredible jazz at a free public outdoor concert on Saturday, February 3rd from 6 to 9 p.m. at Ocoee Lakefront Park. Bring a blanket or chairs and pack your dinner or dine at a food truck. And that's the young people from the school that's going to be here too, if you're a band and stuff like that. On Friday, February the 9th, there will be Mardi Gras 2 line walk at Unity Park followed by a block party in downtown, hosted by the Parks and Recreation Department in partnership with the Ocoee Music Festival. Local artists and vendors will be on McKee Street from 6 to 9 p.m. Come out for live music, food trucks, and family-friendly activities. Information can be found on the city's website. Pursuant to the Florida Elections Law and Ocoee Code of Ordinances, Section 5 through 13, notice is hereby given by the City of Ocoee, Florida, that a general election will be held Tuesday, March the 19th, 2024, in the City of Ocoee for the purpose of voting on referendum ballot questions regarding changes to the city charter and electing a resident of District 4 to serve as District 4 Commissioner of the City of Ocoee for the remainder of the term, which was vacated on March the 21st, 2023. Such term shall end on March 11th, 2025. So, and I honestly appreciate Kathy and you, the business people, and all of you coming tonight. It is our responsibility to do right for everybody. And I think if we work that out, and Rob can get with Jamie and get with some of you guys, and let's come up with something that makes it, because eventually I'd like to be on it myself down the road eventually. So if we can make it where it works for all of you and gives you a chance to make sure your business, we benefit out of it because the business is coming. We know the businesses are coming here, and we're going to have the restaurants and the different shops. That's what we want to see. So thank you very much. And sorry about that, folks, but think about it sometimes when you're talking to people. Tell them about the things you know about our city. Tell them about what good things are. If there's bad things you think, tell it too, but make sure it's the truth, not lies. All right, thank you. Sorry about that.